Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Off the Board, with a little hop we do with pineapple papers, Crystal Barrett, every month. And we take a Pinterest pin that we like or want to be inspired by, and we make something inspired by it. So I've seen this layout. It's from Sassy Scrappers 1 blogspot. I'm not familiar with them, but I fell in love with this, and I was going to do it with watercolors. I think I actually have done something similar with watercolors, but I just got these Plum Grove rub-ons from 49 and Market in my Mind the Scrap kit. And so I'm going to try these. I have this goofy photo of my son, and the way that I filtered it, it has some plummy, purpley kind of colors in it. And I've got a little tray of goodies there. So you'll note that the original has the swatches of watercolor, and then there's some patterned vellum that lets the colors kind of come through. Well, I'm not going to use vellum. I'm going to use this tissue paper, and I'm going to put it over it. But first, I need to kind of see which of these I'm going to use. And then I'm going to kind of cut them. I probably want this orange one because there's some orange bits in there. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and cut it with the backing on. I'm going to kind of do this, and I'll pick up some of the green there. And there's a little bit of purple I'll pick up there. So let's say I put that there. Then the color next to it, I'm thinking I will go, it will be the one that's next to the photo. So I want this bluish purple. And I'm going to kind of cut a lot of this charcoal-y looking color. So I'll do that, and I'll do it. I think the photo's going to, I'm thinking for the photo will be here. So I'm going to cut that in two and let some be above the photo and some below. And then I'll have the photo right there. And then I'm going to do this kind of looser version, I'd say. I'll do this, and I'll make it, I'll kind of have it be right there, so that I'm creating this little area where the photo's going to be. And then after I get those things down, then I'm going to go back in over with this, and it should let those colors come through. We'll see. We shall see. So I'm going to start with this one right now, just I'll do that entirely first before I go back over with the others. And I'm just going to rub as hard as I can here and hope that all of this comes out. This is I've watched Katie Perteit, who designed all these wonderful things for 49 in Market. This is Art Options Plum Grove. And I've watched her do mixed media projects using these rub-ons, and it's just amazing. It at first kind of felt a bit like cheating, and I suppose it is, in that I'm not creating that myself, but I let Katie create it for me. But arranging them and see, that's just absolutely beautiful. And arranging them and organizing them and embellishing and working around them is kind of art in and of itself, right? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I don't want to, because these are so beautiful, as in the original, what I'm struck by in the original is that it's so simple, it's so minimalist, if you will, in an artsy kind of way. So I'm just gonna lift that up and kind of make sure it's made contact. Okay. Oops, I forgot to take the backing off. I love that there are drip marks going that way. And I really think this is going to be beautiful. And as long as it's pretty and I have, I've scrapped a memory and have a pretty page in my albums, then I really don't care who did the artwork. If I were using all pattern paper, I would be, you know, letting Vicki Booten or Paige Evans or Simple Stories or whoever do the work. Okay. And then I'm gonna come down here. Let me just make sure with my photo again. That's gonna be fine. Okay, let me get this. Okay. And I'm surprised at how easily these are actually transferring. It's amazing. These are the highest quality rub-ons I've ever seen, and I'm quite a fan of rub-ons, actually. So I've used them a lot. Mostly what I would call detailed ones, not artsy ones. Things that are kind of specific images. And I did them a lot in making cards back when I used to do such a thing. And okay, so that's kind of pretty, right? Let me now take this. Okay, this is going to go like so. And I really think I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to cut around some of the circles because I don't want to cut mark around the circle or through the circle. This paper is Dina Wakley Media collage paper. And I guess that's going to be okay there. Do something else like that. And these are kind of, I learned before that if you leave a lot of margin, it tends to show. It's easy to show. And on this, I maybe want a little bit nicer kind of finish. So I'm kind of doing it rounded, and I'm hoping that the rounded contours on the ends stay down, behave a little bit differently from straight lines. I've got a little piece of paper here. So what I'm going to do now is put this aside, and I'm going to spread some Vicky Bouton matte acrylic gel. I'm going to do this and just completely cover this with it and let that glue it on. And so now let me pull this up and get this right here. And I'm going to go like that, and I'm putting it on a little bit like wallpaper almost. I hate that I've covered up that much of the purple there, but I think you can see it anyway. Okay, so that has given me something of the look of something between the photo and the art. So now I'm going to put some liquid glue behind the photo because it's wet and I want this to stick, and dry adhesive won't work there. And I'm fighting with my pen, so I'll save that for off camera. Let's get this down. I'm going to kind of put it off that way, not quite dead on. I've got this purple tag. I'm going to cut it in two and put it in two pieces, kind of right behind here. But I want some foam on it. Let me tear off a strip of this. let me put this one down like so, and then I'll put the one that has the cord through it over it, so it's kind of okay there. And I'm going to layer this word PJ Day because he's wearing some PJs that I got him in Manchester, actually, when I was there in June. This was his Father's Day gift. Okay, and I have a giant flair here that I'm going to kind of slide right under here. It has little, I don't know, it kind of looks like sprinkles on ice cream. And those are in a fairly neutral color scheme that kind of go pretty well with the purples and the black and white. I've also got this piece of acetate that it's an acetate tag, but it's absolutely clear, and I think it's really kind of pretty. And I thought I'd put the title right here. I'm going to get a baby wipe. It may be just the finish on the title, or I may have had this out where it got dusty. I just want to be sure that I have the best, have it looking the best. And so I'm actually going to dry it off with my dress here. I think that got it a little bit, looking a little bit nicer. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in a couple of places. I'm not going to overdo it. And I kind of like that. I'm going to layer this camera over the flair, and I'm going to cut the foam in two so that I can use it on either side of the opening. And it'll stick to the photo on one side and to the flair on the other. And I'm not, if I can get it to stop sticking to my fingers. Okay, I'll press it down. And then I have this little wood veneer leaf that kind of goes off there. And I have another flair that I think I can work in. Going to work it in right here, but I don't know that I really need one, but the color is so perfect. I'm going to put it there, and then I'm going to look through my wood veneer to see if I have some small image that I can use that would work. over there. Something really tiny. There's another leaf. I've got a leaf here. I don't know that that necessarily would make sense there. How about a tiny sort of open butterfly? Let's go with that, like that. I think that's a nice reflection of the open leaf pattern right there. And I will put it halfway on the photo and halfway there. And I'm done. This is a crazy, silly page. I'm going to journal, write down in here. I really love how the dots look and how the color kind of comes through. I'm actually not going to journal right now because I think some of this is still wet. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right on the edge there and kind of just rub it in, make sure that that doesn't get any more. It looks like you just stamped across on top of some swatches of paint. And I love that. I love that about it. So I think I'm done. And I hope you're inspired to go out and do something with some of those pins you've been saving. And be sure to check out everybody else who's in this hop this month and see what they've done with their favorite pins. So thank you for watching. Bye.